When I was 14, my brother Philly and I went on the road together. City after city, we were driving around, playing satellites, playing real low pro events, you know, getting experience. And I needed somebody more than a chaperone, and Phil was all things in one.
I never saw it as giving up my whole life for him. I saw it as something that needed to be done. I needed to protect him from the pitfalls that had taken me down so many times before. There was no one else out there that can go out and travel with him and watch his back at the same time. Tennis never came first. It was my brother first.
You gotta have people on your side who have invested as much as you have. You gotta know you're fighting with someone, fighting for someone.
We spent years trying to figure out how we were gonna get to the next tournament. Everything we earned or won seemed to go back into gas, rental cars, cheap hotels.
And let me tell you, that sort of money doesn't last long.
Before Andre's first Wimbledon, he needed some grass court experience. So we rented a car in Tampa and headed up to Point of Verde. And I learned from my dad that when you're carrying around a lot of cash, you don't keep it in your pocket, you put it in the trunk of your car, beneath the carpet. I don't know why. Our rental car kept breaking down, so we headed back to the Tampa airport. We traded the car and drove up to Point of Verde. Went to practice for 2 days, drove back to Tampa, and we took the flight to London.
We're getting on the plane, walked in, and Phil goes, "Oh God, I left the money in the car." But it was in the first car that was broken down, and we didn't know where it was, and that was 3 days ago.
So I said, just get to London. All right, you got enough cash? Here, take all my money. Just get to London. So I traced the car down to the cab to the garage somewhere in the middle of Tampa. So I went in, grabbed the keys, and opened the trunk. The money was still there. Literally got back on a plane about 15 minutes before it took off to London.
When you cover a lot of terrain with someone, you learn a lot about their character. Philly was always there for me when I was growing up. He was always there for me on the road. And you know, you strive to add that characteristic, that part of a person's true character to yourself. You learn a lot from that.